What's going on, everybody? Critical Ray back here again, and today I'm going to be doing a movie review of Game Over Man. Now, this is Netflix's new original movie starring Adam Devine, part of his contract or whatnot that they have with him. And this movie has a runtime of an hour and 41 minutes. It stars Adam Devine, Anders Holm, Blake Anderson, Aya Cash, Daniel Stern, Neil McDonough, and Sam Richardson, and has a bunch of cameos from other stars and whatnots, like Joel McHale and stuff like that. This movie was directed by Kyle Newarchek, who directed Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. That also starred Adam Devine with Zac Efron, which is actually a pretty funny movie. And it was written by Anders Holm, who also stars in this. Um, the basic synopsis is three friends are on the verge of getting their video game financed when their benefactor is taken hostage by terrorists. So it kind of has a Die Hard type feel, like kind of a Die Hard ripoff movie, but like, it's supposed to be like kind of like a spoof, I guess. Kind of. It's not technically a spoof movie, but it feels like a spoof movie at the same time. Um, Now, I did enjoy this movie, and I have, some pros, but I have also a couple of cons that really brought the grade down for me. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but just, we'll get to the cons in a little bit. First, I'm going to tell you my pros. Throughout the movie, the three main guys, they referenced a bunch of old movies from Die Hard and from like Alien and Home Alone and stuff like that. And I appreciate when movies will, quote or just reference a other movie, like, and it's funny to me because I'm like, hey, I've seen that movie and I get what they're trying to do and I get the joke. Because if you haven't seen the joke, you might not get it. So I appreciate that for someone who watches a bunch of movies, like a little nod to us who watch a bunch of movies. And I just appreciate it. It is a very fun movie to watch. It has a bunch of like pretty laugh out loud moments and like just funny. Either it's chuckles or you're laughing pretty loudly out loud. And it also kind of, if you've seen the show Workaholics, that also stars the main three guys, Adam Devine, Anders Holm, and Blake Anderson. Uh, it's kind of like that type of comedy. Not it. It is that type of comedy, but it's kind of shot and done differently and kind of delivered differently because they're doing a movie. It's not just like a show where they have characters and they can improv all the time. So you can kind of feel. So when they try to, I feel like when they do the actual movie jokes, they don't always land, which is one of the cons. Not all of it lands, but that's in every comedy movie. But this one is it feels like Workaholics, and I've only seen a couple episodes, but they were hilarious to me, and I do want to watch all the other ones. But this movie, it feels like a Workaholics movie, just none of the same characters, none of the same story, basic story, whatnot, just whole new. But it's that type of comedy. So if you like that type of comedy, you'll probably enjoy this one. If not, I say give it a watch or try watching it just to see. The action was actually pretty decent. Um, I do think it could have been better done or whatnot, but the action was fun to watch to me. And so, for an action comedy, it's pretty important for the action to be entertaining. And that's all this movie really is just entertaining. Now, the cons that I had with this is some of the side characters were weak and had way too much screen time. Like their boss, weak character, kind of an asshole. He got a good bit of screen time, so it wasn't really necessary. So I do think that this movie has some, like the flow of it kind of gets hung up. So I think like they could take in 10 to 15 minutes, at least 10 minutes out of it, and put it at an hour and 31 minutes. Or maybe 15, make it an hour and 20 something. But I do think there are parts that could have been shortened. Like I said, some of the jokes feel forced, and you can tell. It really takes you out of it. And then it has way too many pop culture references. I'm okay with a couple, but when you constantly, reference the same thing over and over and over again, it gets aggravating. And you're like, well, you referenced that, that pop culture type deal, what's going on in the world and whatnot. You referenced it there. Do you really need to do it again here, 30 minutes later? Not really. So, that's what I meant, have too many. And I'm going to say that's a con. But, overall, this movie is a really decent action comedy. It was very entertaining for the most part. It does have its flaws, as I said previously, but I was still entertained, and I will be watching this one again. So, if you have Netflix, you're really not missing out on anything. Just watch it, because, you already have the service, so just check it out. You either like it or you don't. I'm going to give this a C-. I don't think this is a movie that you, if you don't have Netflix, you have to sign up and go watch this one. You're okay to skip this one. It's not worth, automatically signing up. But, that being said, comment down below, let me know if you've watched this movie and what you thought of it, if you liked the review, or if you agree with some of my points, or if I'm just completely wrong and it's a fantastic movie. Let me know down below. And yeah, like the video, share the video with all your friends, family, everyone that you know, and people that you don't know, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Goodbye.